On the surface, Operation Challenge is a skills competition. The hidden secret, though, is that it's really about workforce development.
You have to have a good team that gels together.
Yeah, no team is going to win with one person.
Right.
There's 4 people and a coach for a reason, and there's 5 events. You're not going to win it with one good person.
Hey everyone, it's Bob Crossan. I'm the editorial director for Waterworld and Wastewater Digest. I'm joined today by Troy Newton. He is Wastewater Operations Supervisor for Mount Pleasant Waterworks, as well as Patrick Ross. He is Pump Station Maintenance Supervisor for Mount Pleasant Waterworks. They're also part of Controlled Chaos, the WEFTEC 2023 Operations Challenge winners and champions. So thanks both of you for being here. We're going to be talking just about that Operations Challenge, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Oh, wow. Thanks for having us, Bob.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Well, congratulations as well on the championship at WEFTEC. I know that takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of practice and routine. And I guess so I'll start there first for Patrick. What do you attribute your team's success to in 2023 when it came to the Operations Challenge?
Oh, wow. So I guess firstly, we got to give a big shout out to Steve Harrison and Jessa Rozek for putting this on the Operations Challenge on and making it happen, as well as the board, Jeff Sober and his crew do a phenomenal job and allow us to do this crazy thing called Operations Challenge, right? So 2022 was disappointing for us. We didn't have a showing like we wanted, so we spent a lot of time in 23 just getting everything right. We had a new member. We also had the greatest coach in the game, Troy here. We did some regional competitions. We had our state competition, so we were allowed to sort of practice and hone ourselves and just our energy with each other and get ourselves ready for Chicago. And Chicago was just, I think this year was by far our greatest experience at a WEFTEC in a competition, not just because we won, but we were allowed to help new teams train and some of the international teams as well. So that to us, that's a great experience for us. At the same time, we got to have one last beer with Ron Wade. He was a previous competitor, a longtime judge who ultimately passed the beginning of this year. So that was pretty heartwarming for us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and my understanding, the Operations Challenge was pretty big last year. There were a ton of international teams compared to other years in the past, and you can definitely feel the resurgence, it feels like, of what WEFTEC was pre-pandemic now afterward. But to Troy, I wanted to direct the next question to you, which is kind of like what you worked on with the team to shore up weaknesses. Patrick mentioned some disappointment in 2022. How did you address that disappointment, and then what were some of the weaknesses you were looking to shore up with the team?
Well, a lot of times I'll just focus on one team member when we're practicing, and we just try to figure out his strengths and go from there. Get him speedier. We try to make adjustments. We'll video the whole thing. We'll sit down as a team. We'll also look at everybody's position and where they're at. If somebody's standing around, that's not good. Everybody's got to be working. I mean, it's just a huge team effort, and I mean, these guys are great. We all gel together, so it's good. I mean, you just got to keep on. It's repetition, man. Reputation.
Yeah, it is repetition. You gotta get your reps in, right?
Exactly. But the reps and the consistency, you got to be, just stay on it, and yeah, the more you do it, the finer you get honed.
Yeah. Well, and there's also the different elements, right? There's 5 different parts of the competition, one of them including lab work. I'm sure that different people have different strengths and different things. And so to your point of like working with one person is really helpful in like really challenging them or bringing them up to speed or even making them accelerate further in what they're already great at.
For sure. Yeah. It's definitely like the Olympic pentathlon, right? There's 5 events. They're also different. You've got anywhere from your process control exam, right, which is like we're studying for our licenses, and it's 30 minutes of a 3-hour exam,
Yeah.
right? 30 minutes to do a
Very
3-hour
intense.
exam. It's
Very intense.
so that's very challenging for us, but at the same time, it's rewarding for us as operators and as supervisors, and just being able to pass that along and
Mhm.
pay it forward.
Yeah. Well, and I obviously, so again, this is a team competition. I only have two of you on this call, so you have a whole team that's also part of this. Could you describe some of the team building skills that you've fostered as a result of the operations challenge? Like, how has that improved not only your connection to the industry, but also the connection to your coworkers at your facilities?
Yeah, I mean, we're like a brotherhood, right? We fight, argue, yell, throw things at each other. At the same time, we pick each other up, and through that bond, we just get stronger, and we have a good understanding of each other, everybody's boundaries. So
Definitely have to gel together. You have to have a good team that gels together.
yeah, no team is going to win with one person.
Right.
There's 4 people and a coach for a reason, and there's 5 events. You're not going to win it with one good person. So
It's not the
yeah,
NBA.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's no Michael Jordan that's gonna score 6 points and win you 6 championships. But yeah, I would say it's the gelling part that
Yeah.
is the most important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice do you have for folks who are interested in this event, who want to put together a team, who want to feel that feeling of brotherhood, that togetherness with their colleagues and coworkers? What advice do you have for folks who want to move into this arena?
Well, so on the surface, Operation Challenge is a skills competition, right?
Mhm.
The hidden secret, though, is that it's really about workforce development. Troy and I are supervisors. We work with groups of people. It's safe to say, like, how we interact with our own teams is directly related to what we've learned through Operation Challenge, our productivity, our performance, our efficiency, our continuous improvement mindset. That's also something that we're also fortunate enough to work for the best utility in the nation, Mount Pleasant Waterworks. So that ideal of continuous improvement is fostered here. In our operations manager and GM also happen to be prior competitors. So that mindset, it's
You got the culture.
it's our culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the leadership buy-in, and then the people who want to take part, they have to be have that passion, right? You need it from both angles, it sounds like.
You gotta have passion.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Well,
dedication.
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
I was just the passion along with dedication is
Yeah.
extremely
Mhm.
important.
Yeah. Well, where can people find you guys competing next? I understand the circuit's starting up here pretty soon. What's going on next, and what can people look forward to with the Operations Challenge in 2024?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, because we have a couple things on the horizon. So the first competition of the year for Operations Challenge period is our state competition here in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach. Yep. So that's coming up in March. The 10th and 11th is when we'll be competing. There's 12 teams coming. It's a gigantic event. It's the best regional event in our opinion, I'm
Yeah.
sure, in
Like a mini
the
WEF.
country. It's a
Yeah.
mini WEFTEC, yeah.
Mhm.
Got invitational teams coming in from all over.
Yeah,
I think Colorado is like one of the furthest ones out this year.
yeah. There's 3 Division I teams that are going to be there. Yep. Which is sort of that's pretty rare.
Yeah, that's good. Get to see all the new stuff. Everything's, fresh. So everybody gets to learn a lot, and you start the season out knowing what's going on, what to
Yeah.
practice.
Yep. On top of that, we are just started a fundraiser, so we are trying to head to Germany for EFOP, the World Water Skills 2024 is in Munich, Germany, and we are trying to fundraise and send our team there. Yeah, gear here, so we think we have a good opportunity to do well there, represent the U.S. water sector, represent our company, South Carolina, the U.S. of course, and compete in Germany.
Yeah. Well, we'll put some links down in the description below. So if you're watching this, you can check down there for that. But then I also wanted to say good luck with home field advantage for this first competition of the year. That's gotta feel extra nice, so you don't have to go too far. Is there anything else you would like to say before I let you guys both go?
No, I appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for putting us out there, and yeah, it's great. Yeah, get Operation Challenge out for everybody, man. It's like there's more utilities out there, tons of utilities.
Yeah.
Just got to get everybody to buy in. You got to get the management to buy in. Get some dedication, some passion.
They could do wonders for your career. You know,
Yes, it will do wonders for your career.
Operator level up.
Networking at its fullest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, it's a workforce development tool, and at a time right now where workforce seems to be the underlying thing, that the elephant in the room, kind of, that everyone's like kind of talking about, but not.
Sure.
It seems like a really good opportunity for folks to really look into this and identify how they can retain their employees better, because this sounds like a great retention opportunity, to give folks an opportunity to compete and make them feel even more passion for the work they do. So
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well, I appreciate you both being on the call. Like I said, you can check out our video description below to see some more information about the Operations Challenge. We have a video actually with Jeff Sober that we did at WEFTEC last year about the challenge, so you can learn more about it that way too. And we'll have the fundraising link down there as well for Controlled Chaos to try and get them to represent us over in Germany. Thanks again to you both, Troy and Patrick. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks
Bob.
for having us.
All right. And that's it. That painless